What's up? I'm Tony from Papa Roach, and you are watching Hit the Floor, like I did last night. It's on the attack, it's a war, it's a game. A ball and chain, chew my arm off to get away. Don't fight it, or deny it, invite it. 'Cause when it feels like a kick in the teeth, I can take it.
Okay, what's going on? I'm Estin for Hit the Floor, and today I'm joined by Tony from the one and only Papa Roach in his nice warm bus because it's freezing outside today. How are you bearing up with the weather here at the moment?
It's been super cold since we started the tour, and oddly enough, we got to England and saw the sun for the first time. It's really weird. It's usually the other way around.
I mean, obviously, you're playing with Buck Cherry again on this tour,
Yep.
who I know are good friends of yours.
Yeah.
Always have been, always with me. Does it feel good to be back on the road with those guys again?
Yeah, we were like really excited to come and hang out in Europe with just a bunch of great friends of ours, so it makes it easier to tour,
So I know you guys do tend to play a few pranks on each other from time to time. More towards the end of the tour, so I'm told. Anything happened so far, or are you not allowed to tell me?
Not really. I mean, our band, like, we kind of avoid doing that. We're just like, we don't like anything happening to us on stage because it's happened before. But we did do something to My Darkest Days. They're from Canada.
Right.
And the drummer, I guess, somebody like detuned all of his drums, and like, so he went up and it was just like flop, 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 And then at the end of the set, everybody came up and started taking like pieces away. So he ended up with just like a hi-hat.
I think with Tobin I saw an interview with Tobin the other day when he was saying something about playing a band's track through the monitors back at them by a different song.
We've done that too. That's pretty horrible.
That's got to be so disconcerting.
Like, what is going on here? Like,
it's a proper like Spinal Tap moment. I would have.
Spinal Tap, yeah.
I mean, like you've obviously, Papa Roach, and I know you're a fairly recent addition to the band. I was taken over from Dave not so long ago. Obviously, Papa Roach have been around for a very long time. I mean, do you get the sense from the guys, especially hanging around with Buck Cherry, who've been around for not a sort of dissimilar amount of time as you guys, really? I mean, do you guys still learning off each other? Is it still sort of help you grow as a band, seeing each other play every night, do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we did an acoustic thing the other day in Birmingham, and we had a good time, and we just joking around on stage and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I learned still from as each of us, like in the band internally. Tobin is a major part of the songwriting, and he's always like coming with new stuff. So I got to keep up with him. Like we all do. It's cool. We just challenge each other.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of you are family guys now as well. I mean, a lot of you have families, and I know. I mean, as you've been touring more and more, which you do, as a band playing rock music nowadays, you've got to tour, especially with the music industry going the way it is. You've got to tour. Exactly. Yeah. You've all got families. It's got to make it harder as you tour more and more, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. The kids are growing up, and they're kind of like, "Where's Dad?" And, but we have a couple months off coming up, so it's gonna be great. I haven't had 2 months off in 3 years.
Have you not?
Yeah. We usually do like 10 days, and then around Christmas we have like a few weeks off, but we're like taking a break.
A well-deserved one.
That's gonna be good.
I mean, obviously the latest release you had was Time for Annihilation. And was it 11 live songs and just the 5 new ones on there?
9 live tracks and 5
Right,
studio.
Yeah, so it was essentially a live up with them, obviously with some new tracks on the end there as well. I mean, and you changed labels for that one as well. I think you came off what Jacoby referred to as douchebag records.
Yeah, yeah.
So you came off the major and you went on to 11-7, that's right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, do you reckon coming off the major and coming onto the more independent and having a bit more freedom, do you reckon that sort of injected a bit more energy into the band for the next album?
Yeah, I mean, we were just getting nowhere with Interscope Records. They kind of just, they were just sort of like minimal, having to do with the band, like working with us, and we had this plan, our management had this plan, and they just weren't following it. And the whole plan that we have now is management is the label as well, so which is good and bad.
Yeah,
it's like if something goes bad, it's our management.
Yeah.
So do we lose the label and the management, or but so far it's great. I mean, it's like everybody's on the same page. So
Right.
you know, it's what you want out of a label working for you. You know?
Yeah.
And we're out here touring everywhere, doing our thing. You know, and you know, tell me if there's another band that's a harder working band than us, and you know,
I can't find one.
it's like we're always on the road. You
Yeah.
know, and what label would not want that for their band? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, like I said, you guys tour like men possessed, from what I
Yeah,
can see. So
it's
you ain't
crazy.
stopping anytime soon.
Crazy. You know, I mean, we like you said earlier, though, we have to, because record sales are so low that you got to be out making money. You know.
And I think it's always been the case if you've played anything like rock based or even heavy based. It's always been the case that you've had to tour more than like the mainstream stuff, really. I suppose.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why that is, but I mean, we have a good time doing it, so whatever.
No one's complaining.
And, you know, the thing is too, we're very fortunate that we can still tour and kids will come out. You know.
That's true. I mean,
So,
you always pack that place out, and you'll do it again
After, you know,
tonight.
10, 11 years of doing it. You know,
Yeah.
people
Like-
are still interested.
Yeah, like I say, you're doing it for a long time, and I mean, Jacoby was saying, reference to the last album as well. He said, "Was it music's a bit like sex? It gets a bit boring if you keep on doing it the same way."
Right.
I think that, and he said, you know, this album again felt fresh and it felt new, and like
Yeah.
you were going in a new direction.
Yep.
Presumably, you're going to keep on evolving. You're not going to want to keep on doing the same thing. Have you given any thought to what directions you'd like to go in the future?
Well, we've been listening to a lot of like electronic, like dubstep and all that stuff, like Bass Nectar and like just crazy. Like, well, with the track "Burn," and also "Kick in the Teeth," there's that like loop going through it. So we're kind of, you know, taking it back to like Getting Away with Murder, in a way.
Yeah.
It's got that, you know, that whole intro thing, and I think it's going to evolve into something more like that. I mean, you know, we that's the only thing that we run on stage. We just run like a loop. It's not really we don't run tracks of like guitars or vocals or anything. So it's us playing live, but incorporating some of that electronic vibe in there, you know.
So you're doing any festivals this year then?
We're talking about it. We're trying to make sure everything's going to work out right, and I can see it happening though. Yeah.
Well, whatever happens, I'm sure you'll kill it, because you guys always tend to do, and I'm
thanks.
sure you'll do it again tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing.
It's a great. It's been a great tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's been kicking it live, and I think the people are come out are really pleased with the whole show.
Yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys tonight. I haven't seen you for a long time.
Oh, cool, man.
And good to see the rest of the bands as
Awesome.
well. So have a great set, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.